Pow! All right. Well, hello and welcome. Welcome and hello. Today is Thursday. It's actually Thursday, which means that it is vlog day, guys. And yeah, I got a full-on vlog planned out for you tonight. I can't do that thing anymore where I put all the timestamps down here, but my main man, Jeremy V, too late. I already saw you in the chat. What he does is, he's my favorite person, and what he does is he collects the timestamps, and then he puts them in a comment, and then I take that comment and I pin it right underneath this video. So that's where all the timestamps will be, but I think we have all of the segments tonight. Of course, we're going to have an extra long news and advocacy segment. Basically, like the last hour, 45 minutes of the vlog is going to be 100% dedicated to news and advocacy. We're going to be talking about, has the damage been done? Has the damage been done? Also, that rally thing, I guess, that's being really very poorly promoted. I'm sacrificing my 1-year wedding anniversary to go to it. So we're going to try to get a little bit more information, shed a little bit of light on that as well. But like I said, we do have all the segments this week. I do have a beer. We got a liquid tasting. We got a retro vaping. We have mail. I don't know why I did that, and I instantly regret it. But we have mail. We have mail this week as well. In fact, we're gonna start things off right now with last week's super chats that I missed, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to miss super chats, but I missed the super chats. So super chats will be getting done like at the end of every segment. I think that's what we've decided that we're just going to do. With the super chats seem to just interrupt a lot of things. So we might do them as they come. We might try to save them for the end of the segment. I'm just going to make sure that I try to get through all of them, including last week's chats. Gustav, how do you prevent children from doing dumb things? Ban children. Yeah, that's a thing. I've talked about it in the past. Or at the very least, punishment, I feel, isn't out of the realm of possibility. I remember being a youth and being punished fairly frequently when I messed up or, did things wrong, poorly, broke the law, stayed out past my curfew, things like that. I definitely remember getting punished, so I feel like punishment shouldn't be off the table. Had one from Big Lou, FYI, Nick. I love the angry blogs. So if they ban vapes and youth tobacco users increase, they will still blame vaping for years to come. Yeah, that's like a tinfoily conspiracy hat thing I had a number of years ago when they kept saying that vapor products are going to lead to smoking, that vaping leads to smoking. And they still say that somehow. Vaping leads to smoking. Vaping leads to smoking. And this was way back in, like 2015 when we didn't really have any data, as far as if these vapors were becoming smokers. And I kept thinking in my head, I'm like, if they ban vaping and then smoking goes up, then they're just going to credit the uptick in smoking to the gateway effect of vaping and kind of leave out the middle part where they banned the previous products. Like, they're just creating this self-fulfilling prophecy. They're going to turn around in a year and go, well, look, told ya, smoking rates are back up. Smoking rates are back up. Gateway effect of vaping. Sick Boy, final one from Sick Boy. Keeping my pants off because freedom. Keep your head up. Damn right, because freedom. Damn right, because freedom. This is a freedom issue. I'm gonna say this 1,000 times. Zach Pizza Beard, I'm gonna throat chop you. I'm gonna throat chop you, Pizza Beard. If I ever get the opportunity again to meet you in real life, you're gonna come in for the hug. You're not gonna expect it, and just boom, throat chop. I'm just kidding. I would never do that. I'm just kidding. What I have to do right now is I want to do that thing. I want to do that one thing where I hear from one of my subscribers. So I think I'm going to have to double check this because I have the worst memory possibly on the face of the earth. I believe this gentleman's name is Zach, but we got Zach here. Zach's going to... What? Whoa. That's what happens. That's what happens when you click on the wrong thing right there. You just jump to Tuesday, Bro Tuesday. As far as I checked, today is Thursday, October 10th. Okay, so right now we're going to hear from Zach.
Hey, what's up, Nick? I'm Zach. I'm 30 years old, and I like flavors. And when I was 15, I started smoking cigarettes, and I started drinking along with that. And up until last year, I carried both those habits with me. I was a 2-pack a day smoker and a daily alcoholic. And In September, I was able to quit drinking. Soon after, in January, I quit smoking cigarettes. And one of the main helps and main crutch for keeping me up, keeping my sobriety going, keeping me away from cigarettes, has been flavored e-liquids and vaping. They have truly saved me. So I want to come on here and say thank you to you, Nick, and to everybody in the vaping community that are fighting to keep this going, because it truly is saving people and it needs to be around for people that want help. Thank you.
Fuck yeah, Zach. Fuck yeah, Zach. Welcome. Thank you for all the kind and congratulations, man. 2 packs a day. 2 packs a day is a lot of cigarettes. 2 packs a day is a lot of cigarettes. Thank you, Zach, for sharing. Thank you so much for being part of the Army, for doing your part, man. I really appreciate it. And honestly, if anybody else out there has any video like similar to Zach's, you just want to tell your story, talk about what flavors that you like, what flavors kept you off of tobacco cigarettes. If you want to just shout your shop out, shout your parents out, shout anybody out, you can send a video over to me. We try to keep them under a minute, but we can send a video over onto nick@grimmgreen.com. Now, those emails rarely get replied to via keyboard, but I do save all the attachments and we do use them in future vlog segments like that. And and I need to make an apology, like a broad sweeping apology right now to everybody that's been emailing me. Like, A, thank you. B, please stop. I'm just kidding. But my inbox is, it has exploded. It's up into the like 400 plus unread emails right now. And I've said this before, I'm the only one that checks my emails. I'm the only one that checks and responds to all of my emails. So I'm trying, I'm trying to get to them. I'm trying real hard. There's just a good chance that a lot of people aren't going to get replied to. And I apologize. I apologize, but thank you. Everyone has been sending me really great articles, really great information. I end up getting a lot of like responses from senators and representatives and stuff like that. So all good things, all good things. I just want you to know that my inbox has exploded. I know. I do need it. Look, if I could afford to hire an assistant, I would hire an assistant, but that unfortunately right now just isn't in the cards. So I just gotta, pull myself up from the bootstraps. I don't even know what that saying means, but I felt like it should have fit there, right? I felt like it should have fit there. Anyway, so that was Zach. I appreciate that, Zach. So need to wet the old whistle, as it were. So it's nothing really super exciting. It's the same beer I've had for a while now. Let's read this. Let's drink this beer and we'll read the super chats at the same time. How about that? Beer. And then why not? We'll just throw some super chats in there too. Ooh. Can I go like back and forth? Can I be like, boo, boo, beer, super chats, beer, super chat? Oh no, it's going to break my computer if I try to do that. Yeah, it already did. Okay. I'm not going to fuck around with that. So we're just going to drink a quick beer today, right out of the can. I don't even have a glass for it. But thankfully, I remembered everything else. So I'm not going to have to sprint anywhere in my house to get anything. It's all here in the office. But the beer that we have today, it's the final from the pack of beer that Thomas Crow and his wonderful family sent me, Fargo Brewing Company. This is the Wood Chipper IPA. It's just delicious. It's just a delicious IPA, Thomas Crow. I see the appeal of it now, Thomas Crow. Thank you. It's just good. It's just damn good. I'm going to try to... Ooh, now we can spend a little bit of time maybe thinking about what we want to pair with this. I don't really have anything. Yig, maybe? Let's try Yig. Yeah, that's good. That's a good little pairing right there. That's a great little pairing right there. So now I need to find the super chats, you see, and I lost them, you see. Shit, I didn't mean to do that. Damn it, man. That's okay. You know what? That's fine. I don't even care. I closed the tab that I shouldn't have closed the tab. It's fine. The official Libertarian Party, the official Libertarian Party, has a website that I just discovered a few weeks ago. I want to say a month ago, but it wasn't quite a month ago. A few weeks ago, you just go to vape.vote. Go to vape.vote. Everyone, that's your homework. Just go to vape.vote, see what you can see, learn what you can learn. They're also selling official Libertarian Party I Vape, I Vote t-shirts in that libertarian yellow color. So I think that's a very good thing. That's the tab that I closed. That's the tab that I closed that I didn't mean to tab. I'm trying to get to the super chats. I promise. I was way out of the loop, way out of the system here. So now I have to go to this and close that. Okay, now here we go. This should be Les Super Chats. All right. Matt Sinister right out of the gate. Hey, Matt Sinister, I watched some of your wrestling videos today. I saw you on the mic. You're a pretty good little mic technician there, Matt Sinister. You're real believable. I believed you. Matt Sinister says, drinking a bottle of Sticky Monkey, vaping some Vulcan and the Fat Rabbit on top of the Gen. Life can get frustrating, but life is good. Cheers. Absolutely. Life is good. People are good. This is something I've always said, and it's harder and harder to defend as time goes on. But I think people in general have the overwhelming ability to do good. I think it's out of our nature to do evil, negative things and to marginalize people and racism and things like this. I think that's abnormal. I think people in general have the overwhelming ability to be good. So be good. Life is good. Enjoy your beer. Enjoy whatever you're enjoying. And just enjoy some life, Matt Sinister. Yeah, this is good. This is a damn good IPA. Tyler, very gracious of you. Hey, Nick, currently at the facility fighting my work-related PTSD. Been looking forward to this vlog all week. Can drink or vape with you this week, but I was not missing the vlog. Tyler, welcome. You don't have to vape. You don't have to drink. You can just be here and enjoy the vlog. I'm so happy to have you here, man. Big Rig, very gracious of you. Yo, bro. You have my attention till Supernatural. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't. Supernatural's on. You don't miss Supernatural. I mean, are you DVRing it? Okay, look, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but if you're DVRing Supernatural, like, this is live. Okay, I'm just kidding. Very gracious of you, Big Rig. I thank you. Zach, this is the throat chop comment. Grim poops naked. Don't let him tell you otherwise. I don't. But that's fine too. Jessica, very gracious of you. I just wanted to say thank you for all you do. I bought a 100 ml bottle of Pony on Acid, so I hope it's as good as you say. That's a lot of pressure, Jessica. That's a lot of pressure. I really hope you enjoy it. It is, hands down, probably my favorite liquid of all time. It's just one of my legacy liquids. It's something that I will always need to have on hand. I will always need to vape Pony on Acid because I just love it so much. It's one of those liquids that I have a lot of sentimentality attached to. There's certain smells or flavors or aromas or things that you smell and you go, oh, wow, that reminds me of my middle school gym or something like that. Pony on Acid is one of those things that reminds me of a lot of really great things. Helps keep me in a little bit more of a positive attitude. DIY reviewer, please shout out Andrea. I gave her a vape 4 months ago at 6 milligram. Didn't touch another cigarette. Hell yeah, Andrea. There you go. There's a fist bump for you, Andrea. Welcome to the club. One from Eifer here. So I'm a liar. I got excited and thought it was my video about me trying the Moti Mung Bean Pod. I didn't see that video from you, Eifer. I'm dying to see that video, bro. You have to send me that video. Josh, very gracious of you. Good evening, Nick, from Trucker Josh in Paris, Illinois. Thank you for being a great voice for vaping and our freedom. I'm trying my best, man. I'm trying my best. And sometimes it feels like you're just yelling in the wind. It feels like nobody's listening to you. It feels like you're not making any impact whatsoever. But I have to remember that when you feel like that, that's when it's the most important to keep going, to keep pressing forward. We are making a difference. We are making an impact. If we're going to go back to the title of this video, has the damage been done? Fuck no, the damage hasn't been done. Damage has been done. But has the damage been done? Have we been struck a fatal blow? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And you know why? It's because I'm here. It's because you guys are here. It's because we're vapors. It's because there's 13 million of us. It's because we're the revolution. That's why. That's why. That's why. The damage hasn't been done. Damage, yes. Sure, I'll accept that. I'll take some damage. That's fine. That's what it's for. That's what damage does. That what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I was going to do the Joker line right there, and then I was like, I can't do that. I can't do that. Zach, very gracious of you. Hang on. I gotta cut this off here. Glad to share. Thank you, ever. Absolutely, Zach. That's Zach from the video, Zach. That's Zach from the video, Zach. Thank you, brother, for sending that in. Ryan, live vlog and Yam, I am Murica. And Yam, I am Murica. All right, Ryan. Well, I appreciate that, Ryan. Thank you much. We're going to pick back up with Eifer there when we get to the next little super chat segment. But what we're going to do right now, like literally right now, is I don't have a bumper for it. I never have. I just want to talk about the few things that I have been vaping. And I sound like a broken record. I said this on the That's What She Said stream. I say it in the podcast. I said it last week. I just haven't. I've been so laser focused on literally everything else that's going on right now that vape gear has just become things that I'm thankful for. I'm just thankful that I have vape gear that is reliable because I haven't been building, I haven't been re-wicking, I haven't been trying new liquids, I haven't been putting any new setups together. I have been doing literally nothing. So I got that Swell kit still, Vandy Vape Tony B Swell. I don't know what it is about it. It's just a palmable little, powerful little device. And I'm kind of really, really enjoying it. It's topped with that vertical coil RTA that I can never remember the name of. Here, I'm going to have to take this off of here, aren't I? Yeah. It is the Eternal. Why can't I ever remember that? The Eternal RDA with some vert coils in there. It's loaded up with Rescued, good old Rescued e-liquid, Vulcan, Strawberry Wonderfulness. That's amazing. Shout out for British Eyes only. I'm using my GrimmGreen custom orchid that he made me. The Grimm Army custom orchid in there. That's some 6 milligram DIY on the inside. That's been banging. Also still this Vupu Vinci, same 6 milligram liquid on the inside. This has been completely banging. That's good. Damn, that's good. I guess I can show you this too. This is, I don't have any of my good vapes here. All my good vapes are somewhere else in the house. Shit. Oh no, here's a good one. Okay. Show you guys this. This is the green finish of the Grimm kit that I don't even know if it's going to come in this finish, but that green I think looks fairly sick. And it all comes together right here, right there with that little DHD little green nubby tip in top. This is the mesh coil head, but I still do it with mouth alone. 3 milligram in there. 3 milligram in there. Still with the dumb stacked thing. We did this for a retro vape like 2 weeks ago. Was it 2 weeks ago or was it last week? I think it was like 2 weeks ago. And I'm still vaping it because it's a vape. And when I need a vape, I grab for it. And someday when these coils, go sideways on me, or this cotton burns out, or I get sick of the transistor tango melon, which doesn't taste like mango or melon to me. It tastes like Tang. It tastes like Tang powdered fruit drink mix. That's what it tastes like. But still going strong on this too. That's just a beautiful vape. My favorite thing about series is when the batteries start dying, when it's not like punch you in the head heat, when it's like, chop you in the throat heat. That's when I like it a little bit better. Good shit. Good shit. And then lastly, but certainly not leastly, this has been my favorite thing ever. I'm a huge fan of the Monarchs, and I had to go buy one. This one was named, and still is named, Tropicana. I couldn't pass up the pink and clear on the matte black. Like, that IMO just looks so effing sick. It's got the murdered out recoil Rebel on top of there. That is loaded up with Oh, some prickly smooth, damn it. Prickly smooth. In fact, if you are one of my patrons, dude, if you're a Yo-Yo Cool Kids Club member, Yo-Yo to all of you here tonight, I have a bunch of this. Maine Vape Co. sent a whole mess of liquid, including a bunch of prickly smooths. So I can't vape all this liquid, so I need help. My batteries are dying. Shocking, right? Shocking. Batteries are dying. Batteries are dying left and right. And I don't think I have another pair in here. I do, okay? I don't know why I sound so frustrated right now, because this is a good thing. I have batteries to use. Oh, there we go. You know, it's one of the reasons why I love mechanical mods so much is that new battery feeling, man. That new battery, when you have a new battery in your new mech, it's like, what? Where did this mod come from? Where did all this power come from? It's just a beautiful thing. It's just a beautiful thing of beauty, and that's where I'm going to leave that. So what I'd like to do right now is burp. It's fine. It's whatever. Everybody does it. Burp life. I'm going to do mail. It's time to open some mail. I got some mail here. What time is it? We're doing awesome. Dang, we're doing awesome tonight, you guys. We actually have a little bit of time to goof off, but I'm not going to, because we're going to stay on point and we're going to open some mail. Hope Coil Turd's here. I'm wearing his t-shirt. I just wanted to get some street cred points with Coil Turd, with Beecher, so he'd be like, "Hey Nick, you're cool." That's all I've ever wanted. All right. So I got some packages. There's one package in here from Mr. Stan himself, Tenacious TX Vapes. This one I have no idea. This is an Amazon package that was sent to GrimmGreen. So I have a feeling it's a gift of some sort. But there's, let's see what's in here. What are you? Spring-loaded box opener for the vlog. Vape mail. Enjoy, Grim. Yo-yo to ya, bro. Matching carpet. Oh, matching carpet. This is awesome. I'm glad I opened this first. Oh, there's a Phillips screwdriver on the end of it too. Now, I need a knife to open this knife, because that's the way packaging works for some reason. Careful, the blade's out now. Aha! Boom. Look at that. Matching carpet. I mean, thank you. It's not going to focus on it. It should. There it is. Look at that. Look at that slick little thing. Look at this slick little box opener. I'm using this for all these packages, man. Thank you. Thank you, Matching Carpet. Or man, woman, I don't know. It doesn't matter. You go by Matching Carpet, I'm calling you Matching Carpet, damn it. And now I got a Matching Carpet sweet box opener. So, should we do the stand package first? Let's do the stand package first. Woo! Sharp. Sharp. Oh. Yeah, remember, cut towards your buddy, not towards your body, even though I just did that like 5 times. All right, Stan. Damn it, Stan. All right. Just kidding. Oh, there's more packages. It's like Russian dolls. There's just packages inside of packages here. All right. Well, this is... I don't know. This looks to be a mech. Oh shit! Stan teamed up with Unicorn. Constant contact mechanical mod. Damn it, Stan! You know I love a good mech. And it's even in bright blue, which is my favorite fucking color of all time. Hell yeah! Oh, and this is for the Ardent. It has a matching Ardent cap and a 21, looks like a 21700 guy. Look at this thing. Look at this beautiful baby blue color. That's punk as fuck, man. Hybrid 510, constant contact. Nice buttery switch. That switch is buttery. I would say that it's buttery smooth. Little zippy, but that works out over time. Like, don't ever be tripped out by a zippy mech switch. Oh, and then there's beers. There be beers here. I'm gonna not repeat the mistakes of past vlogs. I'm not gonna open this with just a big slash of the knife across it. But we got a Hopdillo IPA. Hopdillo. And let me ask you something. If this was an e-liquid bottle, you think it'd be passable with a cartoon armadillo on there? I feel like maybe not. It's just a sneaking suspicion, but I'm thinking maybe not. And there's a 6-pack. I just want to make sure that's it. You know, sometimes people are like, "Oh, you missed the." Oh no, this is 6 completely different beers. You know, I never knew that vapors were such craft beer drinkers. I mean, it kind of makes sense. But that's one thing, like, in the last 10 years, I've been really pleasantly surprised by. Okay, what do we got, Stan? Holy crap, bunch of crap. What is this? Ridgeback, Dark American Amber. This is St. Arnold's Summer Pils. I'm assuming that's a Pilsner. Deep Elysium IPA. What's this one? Chief Justice Stout. Where are the Fourth Tap Brewing Co-op? Stan, damn it, man. You didn't have to, but you got me a whole mess of beer, and I just really appreciate that into the ground, man. That's just awesome. Look how many future beer tastings we have thanks to Stan Tenacious TX Vapes, single-handedly keeping the beer tastings alive over here on the GrimmGreen vlog. I'm going to put these where they need to go. Thank you, Stan. I'm excited about this mech, and I'm excited about these beers. That's awesome. This one is... this is a China box. Shoot, let's open a China box first. All right. Hey, it's a Vladin AIO. The Vladin slide kit. There you go. You know, there's a lot of people, including myself, releasing these AIO type devices. A lot of competition right here in these. I'm assuming it has the standard issue, you know, mouth to lung setting, clouds bro clouds type of setting. I'm sure they have a mesh coil head in here too. I don't know. You can't really judge something by, you can't really judge a book by its cover, right? You got to grab it. You got to hold it. You got to hold it in your hand. Oh, yeah. Feels pretty nice. One thing I hate on AIOs are these, oh, look at that. The door just slides. Well, that's something I'm never going to stop playing with because it's so smooth and satisfying. Oh my gosh. Well, just the rest of the vlog is just going to be this. It took me by surprise too, but this is all I want to do for the next hour and a half. The Vladin slide. Dang. Okay. Well, one of my favorite things ever in the world is being surprised by stuff, especially being surprised by stuff that you didn't really have high expectations for in the beginning. You kind of get something, you're like, all right, well, I guess that could be a thing. I don't know. I always go into things so pessimistically, like, I'm sure it's fine, I like being surprised. And so if I'm surprised, then I'm surprised. Enjoy. I'm going to read Stan's super chat right now. Enjoy Buddy Mech is all solid silver clutch system, and it comes with a solid silver Ardent hybrid pin. Kicking ass, brosif. Awesome, Stan. Thank you for that. I want to set that up as soon as possible. And it appears that I have a gift as well that might be from like a Chinese New Year type of situation. What did they send me? Oh, Vladin, that's just this. Gift for the most special of you. I wonder who they're talking about. Talking about old Grimm here? Vladin, the secret to perfect flavors. There's some literature, propaganda in here. Dear Nick Green, thank you so much for helping us with the Vladin reviews. We really appreciate it. We highly value the input of everyone that reviews our devices. It does not only allow us to improve our current products, but also helps develop great new ones. It helped us tremendously. Very much we appreciate. Looking forward to working with you again soon. Yours. Awesome. I haven't done anything for Vladin in a really long time. But hey, I'm glad that they thought of me. And now we have some, what is this? What's this fanciness? Is this, a little musty on that one. Little musty there. That one actually smells pretty decent. It's just called Home Fragrance. Just 2 cans of Home Fragrance. I'm not sure what they smell like. Maybe that's not for us to know. Maybe it is literally just home fragrance. I hope that your dreams are as sweet as you are. Oh, thanks, Vladin. And they gave me a book of matches. Fancy matches for lighting candles. Shit, now what am I going to do with this? All right, I'll just set you there and hope I don't burn down my house. Fantastic. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? What was the point of that? All right, and lastly, see, this one got covered up by a sticker from my mailbox, but I want to see what it says underneath this sticker because there's writing on this box. Let's see. I need a heat gun. Top cut. Letter on top. Okay. There's a letter on top, so I can't go too deep on here. I don't want to cut the letter in half. All right. This matching carpet is a handy little freaking thing. All right. Forgive the chicken scratch. Please read first. I haven't heard anybody refer to bad handwriting as chicken scratch in a real long time, and that just makes me happy. It sounds like my grandmother. Something my grandmother used to say, chicken scratch. Look at that chicken scratch. It was like an insult. If you couldn't write correctly, and I had the worst handwriting on earth, just eternal chicken scratch. Chicken scratch. Chicken scratch. All right, I'll forgive your chicken scratch, sir. You already have better handwriting than I do. Hey, Grimm, 6 months ago, I started a mod building project for you on my own volition. Since then, and 7 failures later, 2 included, I settled on a series pulse width modulation 21700, only works with 30T and 40T batteries. If not your favorite color, with battery doors you hate and a squishy button. I screwed up the clear coat and it looks like butt to me, but it's all yours now. This is literally the prototype, the only one I got started and was able to finish, test, and ship out. FYI, stabilized purple heartwood is a pain to cut by hand. Only reason I'm shipping this to you is to thank you for all that you do. Thank you and that you will do. Oh, let's keep on vaping. Okay, the chicken scratch is real chicken scratchy. It's very chicken scratchy. I mean, this is more chicken scratch than I was prepared for, but being a chicken scratcher myself, I can decipher some pretty bad chicken scratch. You give hope and entertainment and information to 60-hour-a-week workers like me. Jacob Scrapwood Mods. He's over there if you want to check him out. Scrapwood Mods. P.S. That goat was the biggest pain in the ass to cut out. P.S. P.P.S. It does glow very dimly. Glow in the dark very dimly towards the bottom. All right, well, I'm keeping your chicken scratch handwriting there, Jacob. Oh, some local advertisements. Look at that. Electric planers. What? They're having a sale on electric planers, $57.99? And it's a heavy-duty electric planer with an included dust bag. Portable pocket hold jig. See, that's what I'm after, a circular saw. Circular saw with a laser guide. I don't need a circular saw, but I appreciate the advertisements. All right, let's get into this. Okay, there's things happening right here. Okay, so this is one of the prototypes, obviously. Oh, that's cool as shit. Okay, so this isn't like a finished mod. This is just a piece of wood, piece of stab wood with a goat. That's the goat. That is the goat. I love that. It's not a mod, but it's still the goat in a gnarly piece of stab wood, and I love that. Shit, that's cool. Okay, you said there were working mods in here. All right, here's another goat brick that couldn't become a mod. That's okay. Still, that's the goat. That's the goat. These might not be mods, my friend, but these are art. I'm going to put these on my shelves. And then this one, I'm assuming by process of elimination that this could be the mod. You know, I need these bags less and less. This might be the mod. All right. Careful. Easy. They sound delicate. Oh, there is a goat in this one too. And it's a series pulse width modulation box. I wish this had a 510 on it because I would throw this on there, but it doesn't. It's hybridized to this mech. And I don't have anything series to run on this right now, which is a bummer. Damn it. Well, it's red, and you can see the goat, kind of the goat outline right there. I'm impressed the shit out of this mod right now because I've never built a mod. I don't know how to build a mod. Look at that. And then there's a goat, like the piece of wood that is the goat right there. That's banging. That's banging. Thank you. Thank you, Scrapwood Original. Thank you. That's very, very cool. That's very, very cool. Oh, this is something from Stan. Oh, this is an extra switch for the mech. Spare switch for the mech. Banging. I'm going to put something series together. PWM box. I can be like Kent now. Kent has PWMs. That's what he uses. I love you too, DrumBum75. I'm glad. Thank you. The recoil is amazing. Recoil Rebel. I'm glad you like it. Thanks for being here, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate Scrapwood Original. All right, I think this match is safe to throw away now. Careful. If we see a lot of smoke coming from my trash can, I'm just blaming that straight up on the... I'm just blaming that straight up on that match that I decided to put out there. I'm gonna put a battery in this. I'm gonna put a Recoil Rebel on top of this. I just want to try out this this constant contact jobber here. Just want to try it out real quick. Usually when I'm going through my vape stuff, I always try to find something along the way that I can set up, and my eye was instantly drawn to this Unicorn Tenacious TX vapes. What is it called? Tell me it's not called the Constant Contact Mechanical Mod. Tenacious TX vapes, Unicorn. Is this called the Constant Contact Mechanical Mod? Or does it have a name, Stan? Is it called the Constant Contact Mechanical Mod? Because I don't want to continue calling it the Constant Contact Mechanical Mod. Does it have a name like the Zephyr or the Hawk Pit? Nothing like that? All right. Let's throw Rebel on here regardless. Boosh like that. Boosh like that. Constant Contact. That doesn't actually look too bad on there, man. Not bad at all. If I had a matchy drip tip, that'd be cool. That'd be cool, but I don't. So let's just give it a pull. Yeah, the battery throw, or the switch throw, now that there's a battery in there, has really shortened up. Really shortened up. But yeah, let's give it a pull. Excellent. Excellent. Hitting nice and hard. Just what I want in a mech mod. I like a nice tube in my hand. I like a nice squishy switch on the bottom. Smooth, squishy switch. And I like it to hit hard. And right now, this is filling every requirement I have for a mech mod. Very nice. Very nice, Stan. Damn. Stan, you're on a roll, man. You can't be slowed down. You just released bomb after bomb. I mean, not bomb like they bomb, like it's the bomb. No one said that in a really long time. I just dated myself really badly right there. Really badly right there by saying it's the bomb. Who has said it's the bomb in a while? I haven't heard it in at least 5 years. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I take that back. I take that back, okay? Fire. That's what I should have said. Fire. Just releasing fire after fire. I should have said fire, damn it. That's all right. Thank you, Stan. I'm going to keep using this. In the meantime, let's put these over here. Let's put these on the shelf real quick. I'm going to put you next to Michelle Lynn's Doldime over here. I'm going to put you right here next to Kylo Ren. Right there. Look at that goat. Right next to Kylo Ren. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. All right, well, let's do a few of these. That's all you get. Let's do a few super chats. We were here with Eifer. Please send me some yig. I'm dying for it. Look, I have some yig. I have like probably 40 or 50 bottles of it. And I have it for my own personal consumption because Eifer, you said literally that's the bomb.com last week. You know who used to say that? Matt Cully. Matt Cully. One of my advocacy heroes, Matt Cully. Matt Cully. He used to say that. Bomb.com. I can't send you some yig, Eifer, at least not right now, but I will. I will, okay? I will. 1965 Sparkle. Thanks so much for the podcast this week. It was an awesome distraction. P.S. Tell my wife, Sam, that I love her. I love you too. Yeah, Sam, you are shouted out from 1965 Sparkle. I'm glad you enjoyed the podcast. I'm really glad you enjoyed the podcast. GSC Vapes, very gracious of you. Just opened a can of Voodoo Ranger Juicy Haze IPA. It's unfiltered and delicious. Cheers. Did you check out the Saga mod from Vapors Cloud last week? No. Yes, I did. No. There was another mod company. Oh, I got rid of the tab. There was another mod company last week that I was oogling, and I can't remember the name of it. Damn it. And I know you told me about it in the stream on Instagram. Sorry. I'm sorry, GSV. I didn't check it out yet, but I definitely will. Zach, Pizza Beard. He does. He's referring to the fact that I poop naked, and I don't, but Zach... Look, I don't know. Zach just wants me to poop naked. I will from now on, Zach, if that'll help. I will. Have you finished the Bradley report yet? The Bradley report? The Bradley report? Is that a movie or is that an actual report? I've been reading a lot of stuff lately. I get to the point in my Chrome where I have like 17 tabs open. And I'm like, what am I doing? Like I have 5 instances of Twitter open. I'm like, what am I doing? So there's a good chance I read it, but I can't say for sure, sir. Can't say for sure, dumbhead. And I'm not insulting you. That is your name on YouTube is dumbhead. Big Rig, very gracious of you. How do people type all those letters? I only get 50. Well, the trick to the super chats is the more you spend, the more you get to type. That's how it works. Eifer just tweeted you a pic. Username is Big Zach Vapor. All right, I'll check it out. As soon as chances are really good that I will be on Twitter shortly after this. Circus 52, really? Bomb diggity? Can I get away with saying bomb diggity? I don't feel like I can. Michelle Wilson, very gracious of you. Thanks, you Grim. You're the best. No, you're the best. The Salford Vapor, very gracious of you. Man, a few words there. David Moore Jr., Yo-Yo from Lockport, New York. How's it feel to be a criminal in New York? Are you vaping a flavored liquid right now? You know that's illegal, right? You know that's illegal, right? I hope you are vaping a flavored liquid right now. Rescued loves you. Kelly Stewart. Rescued loves you. And it's Vels' birthday today. Blackberry cornbread pudding yum. Okay, I got to try Vels now. I haven't tried Vels. I've just been on Vulcan and Ben. Vulcan and Ben like crazy. All right, now I got to try Vels out. Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate that. Patches O'Houlihan. Boosh, got Caramel Corpse in my Titan and Turk V2. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude. That sounds amazing. Thank you. Mike Fontana, very gracious of you. Missed the stupid human tricks on the That's What She Said stream. They got Jay Hayes to shove his whole hand into his mouth. Thanks for all you do. Why did I miss that? Oh my God, I'm so upset I missed that. Jay Hayes really shoved his whole hand in his mouth? That's kind of amazing. Smurf Daddy Nate, very gracious of you. I will trade you beer for a bottle of prickly. Hey, Smurf Daddy Nate, we might be able to work something out there, brother. Big Rig, you need some prickly smooth? I haven't ordered anything. Okay. Well, look, I said I had some prickly smooth for the patrons, so you guys are really holding me to that. I will get you, as many of you as I can, some prickly smooth, or something to that effect. Wavy Coils reviews. Did you see my exposure on Twitter about Michael? No, I did not see your exposure on Twitter about Michael. Was this the guy that was working for the dispensary but then claimed he had a lung sickness, like a lung illness as well, and he's wearing his dispensary's t-shirt in the news article? That guy who blamed it on vapor products, who blamed it on vaping? Yeah, that guy was full of shit. I don't know if that's who you're talking about, but I'm still mad at him. CM, very gracious of you. For the OG Dre vinyl on the shelf behind you, let's play some $20 sack pyramid next week. Absolutely, bro. I'm down. Let's do it. OG Dre vinyl. You know, this isn't getting to know GrimmGreen, and we're running out of time, but Dre isn't someone that I really understood growing up in my whole life. You know, I had one of my buddies, Kevin, in middle school, and we were 13 years old. Granted, I'm smoking at the time, but he was allowed to wear an NWA shirt to school in 7th grade. It said NWA, and it said Straight Outta Compton, and it had that shot of them all looking down, you know, and I'm like, whoa, Kevin is hard. Kevin's rocking an NWA shirt to school, and we're 13 years old. Like, that was my first exposure to, like, that kind of, I guess what it was called at the time was, like, gangster rap, you know. I just wasn't into it. I was a rock guy. I'm still a rock and metal guy. But recently, over the last year or two, been listening to a lot of hip-hop. I'm getting really hard into Dre, NWA, all these, like, old school, like, really lyrical rappers. I'm a huge fan of that now. And so Dre, I got to have Dre. Tenacious TX Vapes, what are you doing, Stan? Enjoy, buddy. Mecca's solid silver clutch system comes with a solid silver hybrid pin. Brah. Thanks. I already read that one. I'll read it again. John, very gracious of you. Because Batman, Eifer, just resent the video. Appreciate that. And this one, Limata, very gracious of you. You didn't say anything, but I'm gonna give you I'm gonna shout you out right there anyway. And we're gonna pick up right again with Sexy King Phil right after we do a liquid tasting. No, do we do retro vaping? Retro vaping, liquid tasting. Retro vaping, liquid tasting. Retro vaping. Retro vaping. Go. So, what we have to vape today for a retro vaping is, I'm pretty sure I've brought this out in the past to vape as a retro vaping, and it's just by chance that I found this today because I keep all my retro vape toppers in tackle box kind of things. They're like these big trays with little compartments, and I have 2 of them, and it's just loaded up with years of retro vaping toppers. And the damn boxes weigh like 1,000 pounds a piece. It's just stainless steel toppers, you know. And so I'm rushing today, and I'm rushing around, and I'm doing things, and I'm like, I need to dig out a retro vape. And so I'm like, let's go to the retro vape area. So I pull them out, and it just went completely sideways on me, and I dropped both of them, and it was like a yard sale of vintage vape gear in my office. It was just everywhere, just toppers everywhere in piles and just scattered around all over the floor. And I'm just trying to hold my composure, and I'm thinking, yay, I'm so happy. I'm so glad that this happened right now. Yay. So I'm like, I'll just reorganize them. Yay. And so I'm going through, and I'm angry, and I'm reorganizing them. And then I run across a couple really, really cool things that I hadn't seen in a really long time. So I put some stuff aside for future retro vapes, but I'm pretty excited about it. And I'm pretty excited about this one today because this was, in actuality, my all-day banger for a really long time. I'm going to say 2013. Is anybody going to notice, see that deck on there? Can you see that? You see my horrible build? That's just an old round wire build. This is the exact build that I left in the RDA. I left this in the RDA. This is a build from 2013. And the RDA that I'm talking about today, this is the iGo W5 with the crest cap. Straight up Ruby build, Jeremy V. Straight up Ruby build. We all build like that. And you know what? I agree with you, Nate. We all did build like that. I still think that round wire builds have their place. I like them. They're quick and easy. You get good flavor. You get some good crackles from it. So that's what I have today. This is the iGo W5 with the crest cap. This was an aftermarket cap that you could buy for the iGo W5 deck. And I kind of just had to have it because I heard so many good things about it. And what's interesting is you're not going to be able to see this, but the airflow is a slot, right? This airflow is a slot on here. And the airflow, when you press this cap down, the airflow is essentially right at the deck. It's like a millimeter above the deck. You can kind of almost see it happen. Like when this gets pushed down, the deck is literally, you're not going to be able to see that. The deck is literally like right there at the airflow. So, maybe not the best design for things like leaking, overfill, over dripping, things like that. What do you got here? Wavy Coils review. This looks important. USA News. House Democrats have now enough votes to impeach Donald Trump for high crimes against his country. Great. Spectacular. Does any of that involve vaping? I mean, I'm not a fan of the guy in any capacity. And I used to be a really conservative guy. In fact, I still lean a little bit to the conservative side of things. I just hate Donald Trump. He's just an ass. God, bud. Well, all right. So if we impeach him, then what does that mean? What the fuck does that even mean? Does that mean more trouble for vaping, less trouble for vaping? I don't even know how that would factor into it. I feel like the next person is just going to pick right up with, well, we got to protect the kids from the flavors. So exciting. We live in exciting times right now, you guys. We're going to be telling people stories about the Donald Trump presidency for the rest of our lives. We're going to be telling stories about the vape apocalypse that happened in the United States for the rest of our lives. We live in an exciting time right now, friends. Exciting time. So I've got this on the Wismec Tinkerer 2 mod, which never did a review for. It's awesome. There's a lot of reviews out there. They'll probably all say the same thing. It's fairly awesome. It's big and beefy and weighty, and it's a strong competitor to that Aegis, that Geek Vape does. But What I need is some liquid. So here we go. Let's just throw some pony on acid on here. Why not? iGo W5 Crest Cap. In fact, this is the device, atomizer, everything that I was vaping the day I got, okay, not the mod, because this is a new mod. I was vaping this on an old mod. I was vaping this exact RDA when I got my throat tattooed. Yep, believe it. Of course, I could just be making that up and you have no way to verify it, but I assure you, I give you my honest GrimmGreen word. Yep, this is the exact RDA I was vaping when I got my throat tattooed. I remember it very, very, very vividly. Very, very vividly. So we're just going to put some pony on acid on here. These are 0.65 dual coils. So I only need to run it at like 55, 60 watts. Let's turn it to 60. Yeah, and these are just going to crank vapor off of them. And it's nothing but a round wire build. In fact, this isn't even any fancy build. Yeah, I'll get back to that. Nobody vapes in the chat. Yeah, Smacks, there was some things there going on the business side of things that the general public wasn't privy to, but for a while, R&R Vapor had a liquid called POA that was the Smacks recipe. And then Smacks came back and took their recipes back and then kept redid pony on acid. There's some drama behind it. Here's what I know. I got Smacks pony on acid and it's fine. It's everything I ever want. It's pony on acid. If this was POA from R&R Vapors, I would feel the exact same way about it because it's just that damn good of a liquid. So let's put this cap on. Look at that airflow be right at the deck. And then you had this humongous heat sink fin sort of top cap. Ah! I caught that. That's incredible. But this big top cap with like huge giant heat sink fins on it. Heat sink fins on it. I already busted an O-ring though, trying to get this out today. Busted an O-ring on there. It's all right. So I'm going to leave this full open. I've got some round wire, Canthal. That's what I was going back to. This isn't any fancy wire. This isn't hot wires. Anybody remember hot wires? Yeah. Anybody remember like Arsenal wires? There were so many wires. Anarchist. This isn't Anarchist. This isn't anything fancy. It's literally just A1 annealed Canthal that I purchased off of Amazon in 2013. So, POA, let's give it a try. Amazing. I mean, that's incredible. That's vaping exactly as I remember it. Exactly as I remember it. The airflow still feels completely uneven in this for some reason. And I have no idea why, because there's nothing in the way. There's nothing in the way of the airflow. There's nothing in the way of this. It's set on dual coil. Yeah, I don't know. It just felt incredibly uneven. I might say that, Chris Mix World. I might say that. And that's really the point of these retro vapes. The point of all of this retro vaping is to kind of, poke fun at maybe some weird old technologies that we used to use, but also to show that, look, this stuff holds up, man. You could have like 2 RDAs and be good. There's not this constant, incessant need to like buy new things, like get the newest shit if you can't afford it, because old stuff still vapes fine. I go W5 with a crest cap. I could have been regular vapor dude, just whatever, regular Nick. I would have been like Nick Vapes 82 or something on Instagram, and I could still be vaping this iGo W5. It still is giving me exactly just as good a vape as literally any other RDA. Let's try it. Let's head to head right now with the Recoil Rebel. That'll really put it through its paces. Okay, well, apart from the airflow feeling very garbagey compared to today's more modern atomizers and RDAs, it still vapes rad. I'm getting good flavor from it. I'm getting nice warm clouds from it. That's just round wire. That's an 8 wrap around a 2.5 millimeter round Canthal. Boosh. I mean, vape's awesome. I used to really, really like this RDA, man. Really, really like it. In fact, I know I always say this, but I might just keep this around for a little bit. A, because I haven't set anything new up since basically September 11th, 2019. And 2, I like having something new set up, and I got nothing with Pony on Acid in it right now, except for my iGo W5 Crest Cap Boosh. It's good. It's good. It actually makes... Dang. That POA got a little throaty on me, man. Got a little throaty on me. Got a little bit throaty on me. All right, well, that was fun. Fun little retro vape. Weird little round wire build in there. You know, I took a picture of the build deck, and I was gonna put it here in the stream, but I don't think this is you can see my terrible build. Can you guys see that? Is it gonna focus? Yeah, that's the terrible build. It was just it's like hanging way off on one side. This lead's all bent and like weird and crooked. Took a picture of it. I can't show it to you guys though because I was lazy and didn't put it into OBS. You want to see all the leaves that were in my pool? Look at that. That is excessive. That was 1 hour's worth of wind. Just leaves. It's been the bane of my existence. All right, well, here's what we're going to do. We are going to do a very random liquid tasting. And I know someone requested the falling in the pool story. It's not that funny. Look, okay, here's the falling in the pool story. So today I woke up and I felt great. You know, a lot of times I wake up in the morning and I'm just instantly filled with panic, instantly filled with anxiety, instantly I wake up uneasy almost every morning. Except this morning I woke up and I felt really good. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck. Today is vlog day. I'm really stoked to vlog. I'm really stoked to stream. That's what she said's doing the 12-hour stream, and I'm going to jump on that too. I'm getting ahead on a few things, and I'm feeling really good. And so I decide I'm going to take care of myself today. I'm going to clean up the house. I'm going to sweep. I'm going to skim the pool. I went upstairs. I took a shower. You guys. I took a shower, put on my favorite t-shirt, favorite black jeans, favorite Vans, hat. I was feeling really good. And like 10 minutes before I was supposed to go on the That's What She Said stream, I decided to go out one more time and fiddle with the pool and skim it some more because all of the leaves in the Los Angeles Valley are somehow finding their way to my little swimming pool. So I've been skimming it. So I got there and I skim it and I'm like, well, okay, that actually looks pretty good. And there's one leaf left. Right there in the deep end. And I'm thinking, I can reach that. I definitely was able to reach it. And I felt it in my hand as I was falling fully clothed, hat on, glasses on, fully clothed, shoes and socks on, into my pool, and I feel my feet hit the ground of the bottom of the pool. Like I am straight up underwater, fully clothed with a hat and glasses on, with still clutching this stupid leaf in my hand. And I get out of the pool, I drop the leaf on the ground, and like I didn't know what to do. I just stood there, you know, and the example I used was like a cat in the rain. It was just, I didn't know what to do. I'm just soaking head to toe. And I just stood there and was defeated. And then I remembered you have to be on a live stream in 5 minutes. So I stripped naked in my backyard. I ran upstairs. I rinsed off in the shower. I redressed. I re-put a hat on. I re-put socks and shoes on. And then I jumped on the live stream. So that's my falling in the pool story. Fully clothed in my favorite t-shirt, my favorite jeans, my favorite Vans, hat, it's insane. Phone was in my pocket. It was insane. I mean, I can't think of any other words than insane. The leaf was just trolling me. That's what all leaves do. That's what all leaves do. All right, now that we got that, now that we got the pool story out of the way, let's check one thing real quick. All right, gym cam's working, so let's do some liquid tasting. All right. Well, this liquid I have today, I've never had before. And I don't vape a lot of their liquids to begin with. I'm talking about a company called Vaptasia. And I don't know if anybody out there has tried this Royalty 2 from Vaptasia, but I'm excited to try it. I've had Vaptasia's Killer Custard and their Vaptasia's something or other lemonade that Jess constantly used to it. It's like her all-day vape. I've tried that, but that's about it. And yeah, Scott Jenkins, it woke me right up. Falling in that swimming pool. Vaptasia Royalty 2. I have no idea what this is supposed to taste like. It is in a 3 milligram, and today we're going to be tasting it in the Kennedy Ruby 2-post continuous contact mod. Those are some M-Turk aliens in there, freshly rewicked with some cotton bacon prime. I want to know what this liquid is. That's what I want to do. So we're going to have to Google Tasia. What's it called? Royalty 2. Vaptasia Royalty 2. Out of stock. Oh, this is a tobacco. Oh, how fitting that we're tasting a tobacco juice today. Vaptasia Royalty 2 by Vaptasia lets you puff on a strong, rich flavor of tobacco swirled throughout with whipped custard blended with pure vanilla bean and sprinkled with crunchy walnuts for a tobacco dessert flavor that will have your taste buds clamoring for more. Clamoring. I don't know if my taste buds have ever clamored before, but damn it, if they don't clamor right now, then that's false advertising. I'm just going to do a little bit of a knuckle test. All right. I definitely get some strong vanilla, tobacco, walnut type of flavors in there. And, you know, just to be fair, this wouldn't pass as a tobacco liquid in the state of New York because there's other things in it. And did they specify? Can it be tobacco vanilla? Can it be tobacco custard? Can it be tobacco walnut custard? All they said was tobacco. So I feel like if Vaptasia renames this tobacco and then describes it as just tobacco, then you could probably slip by, right? Governor Cuomo, that's the only word he cares about. Tobacco. Tobacco. Tobacco flavors. Can only be tobacco flavors. Only tobacco. Buy cigarettes. Buy cigarettes. We need money. Here's the thing, Pizza Beard. I'll read the super chats right after this liquid tasting before we get into the news and advocacy. I actually am a tobacco fan. Yeah, I'm a weird guy, and I really like tobaccos, and it all started with RY4 back in the day. It was like, I'm assuming kind of a little bit like what this might end up tasting like. It's like a caramel tobacco, and I just liked that tobacco, and then I went to Carolina tobacco from Vapor 9, and that was a tobacco flavor that I was vaping. I went to Cash Tab from Pure Smoker. They had a tobacco as well that I would vape a lot of. I ended up on that Baker White full flavor tobacco, which is one of my favorite tobacco liquids of all time. And then also that Cubano from VGod. The VGod Cubano is a fantastic tobacco flavor. Fantastic tobacco flavor, truly and honestly. And if you're into tobaccos, could be a thing. If you're not, then don't. And here's the thing. I don't like tobaccos because I like cigarettes or I even like tobacco. It's because vape tobaccos are all weird. No vape tobacco has ever tasted like tobacco to me. It always tastes like pie crust or peanuts or something. You know, it's never tobacco. It's always something. It's always not quite tobacco. There's tobaccos I've had that have tasted like pecan pies, and they're like, no, it's a tobacco. That's a tobacco flavor. And you go, Well, it tastes a lot like a pecan pie to me. And that's why I like tobaccos, is because I think they are some of the most unique flavors in vaping, honestly. All right, so let's give this a shot. Here we go. What's this called again? Can't even remember. Royalty 2 Vapetasia. The music. If I get a little bit loud and worked up, just let me know. Just say, let's just pump the brakes, GrimmGreen, okay? Because I do get a little bit yelly, and I apologize for that. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so right out of the gate, it's weird. This is a really complex juice. I'm going to have to spend a little bit of time with it. So the first thing I'm going to do, don't be alarmed, is this. Okay. I don't know what this liquid is or is supposed to taste like, because literally every inhale, it feels like a completely different liquid. Sometimes I get like, it doesn't say maple in it anywhere, but sometimes I get this like real strong maple flavor. I definitely get that, like, it's like custardy, vanilla custardy is like the predominant flavor in this. I get maple out of it, and I know that's not in there. There is this like nutty sort of earthy component to it, and there is a distinct tobacco component, but it's got to be mixed in at like the lowest percentage possible. The overwhelming flavor profile that I get from this is like a nutty custard, like a nutty custard, nutty. Am I upsetting every person in the UK right now? Nutty custard. It's a nutty custard, right? And then I get just a whisper, there it went, of tobacco. Just a whisper of tobacco. It's good. It's just so weird. I'm continuously still tasting different things in this. Every puff, every toot, every drag, every rip, every pull, I taste something different. The tobacco in it is a very like burly, dry tobacco. That's how I would describe the tobacco in this. It's a burly, dry tobacco, vanilla custardy, walnuts, tobacco, like this much, like not even the height of this drip tip amount of tobacco. Less tobacco, more vanilla custard. Honestly, it's okay. I'm probably not going to vape it past today, but it's fine for right now. And the problem is I'm just tobacco-y snobby, I guess, with tobacco liquids. There's a bunch that I really, really like, and things that fall outside of that, outside of my like safe space bubble, is just weird and foreign to me, and it takes me a while to get on. It takes me a while to get on board. Dang. There you go. If anybody's interested in a custard walnut kind of tobacco-y liquid, this is the Vapetasia royalty too. Well, that's what I get for trying to show off. That's what I get for trying to show off. Anyway, where does that leave us? That leaves us right here. That leaves us plenty of time to do some favorite comments of the week at the end. That leaves us plenty of time to do some super chats right now. And that leaves us plenty of time. Here, let's just do the super chats right now. Nope, that's all you get. We got a tight time frame to keep this on. Sexy King Phil. Wow, that is a boisterous name. I will be turning 24 tomorrow. Happy birthday to Sexy King Phil. Happy birthday to Sexy King Phil. Happy birthday, dear Sexy King Phil. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Skip around the room. Skip around the room. Happy birthday, Sexy King Phil. Scrapwood Original. I'm glad you like it, brother. Just a huge thank you for doing all you do. Listen, doing what I do is the thank you. Doing what I do is the reward. I get to fight for vapor rights every single day. I get to yell at politicians every single day. I read studies and papers every single day. And that's what I do. And that in and of itself is the reward. I don't need it, but I appreciate it. I'm grateful. Thank you. Thank you, Scrapwood Original. Thank you. Travis, very gracious of you. If you could only choose one setup and one e-juice, what would it be? Thanks for all you do for the community. That's easily done. It's probably going to be a Monarch with Prickly Pear, Prickly Smooth right now, and a Recoil Rebel. Definitely a Recoil Rebel, something mechanical, something dual battery. Monarch fits that bill, and right now I just can't get enough of Prickly Smooth. It's like kind of become the new Pony on Acid for me, you know? Pony on Acid's one of my legacy liquids. Prickly Smooth, it's probably going to become one of my legacy liquids. I mean, I've been through 2 bottles already, straight through with no breaks in between, just Prickly Smooth. It's probably what I'd do, Travis. Thank you, bro. Got another one here from, where did they go? Eifer. Nothing shameful about pooping naked, even though you don't. I don't. I definitely don't. New York flavor ban is on hold due to a court order. Yeah, it's on hold very, very temporarily. Very, very temporarily until the injunction can be heard, which the injunction might not actually do anything, but there is a lawsuit on the way right after that injunction. So if the injunction doesn't happen before the lawsuit happens, the lawsuit is still following right behind it. So there might actually be, as far as I understand, that's the way it works. There might be some banning time in New York before the hearing, but after the injunction, if the injunction doesn't go through. It's too confusing. And we're going to talk about this when we get into the news and advocacy. It's just crazy. Louisiana thanks you for all you do. Truly a hero in our eyes. Well, thank you. Thank you, DX Raider Cloud. DX Raider Cloud. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. I don't want to be a hero. I don't like being called a hero because all your heroes will let you down. All your heroes will let you down. All my heroes except for one person has let me down. So I don't want to be a hero because I will let you down. CNC Vapes, do I ever do giveaways? Absolutely I do. Absolutely I do. Drum Bum 75, very gracious of you. A little something to show my appreciation for all you do. Your videos helped me start my vaping journey. Slept on Yig, so upset. Yig doth tread. I know. Don't worry, Drum Bum. We'll try to get some Yig out to some people before it disappears forever. Tina, very gracious of you. What's your 5 cents on the flavor ban in Ireland? Yeah, that's a new thing that I just read about yesterday. Apparently, same thing's happening in Ireland, and it's spawned from all of this nonsense and misinformation that's going on in the United States. It's affecting things overseas. They keep looking to the United States of America, and they keep seeing lung injuries and deaths and illnesses, and the CDC telling people to not vape. That's the CDC's fault. Don't vape. Don't vape. Unreal. And it's affecting other countries. And now there is this sort of discussion around a possible flavor ban that could be coming to Ireland now. And Ireland is technically part of the EU, and they fall under the TPD, the Tobacco Products Directive. It'd be weird. It'd be weird if Ireland went and did their own flavor ban based on what is happening in the United States. Yes, Tears of Crimson, I could not agree with you more. Our government is the ultimate failure with this. All of this is because of the FDA. All of this is the FDA's fault. Sorry. I'm trying to stay hydrated, I don't need no rage sweat happening tonight. So that's my 5 cents on the flavor ban in Ireland. John Reed, you should retro vape that custom flagship mech from like 2015. Yeah, I think I still have that. The one with the Stormtrooper on it. I'm pretty sure I still have that, John. I'm pretty sure I still have that. Scunningham recently got a Recoil Rebel, put some Beecher fused Claptons in it, and I absolutely love it. Thanks. Awesome. Enjoy it. That's one of the things I'm really very proud of is the Recoil Rebel. I wish it did better because it's such a fucking good RDA. But we're really proud of that one. Josh, very gracious of you. Where do I get Yig and Rescued Juice? I can't get the Rescued site to open. I believe it is Rescued e-liquid, although I'm not 100% sure. Kelly from Rescued is sometimes generally hanging out here in the chat. She might be able to lead you in a better direction. As far as the Yig goes, impossible. Impossible, sir. Impossible. We're not selling any more Yig. I have like 40 bottles of it, so we'll see. Maybe we'll try to get some Yig to some people. Not sure. Tim Cook, very gracious of you. Fellow tattooed hooligan. Been watching your videos since like 2009. You were my inspiration to make my horrible YouTube e-cig reviews back in the day. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Fist bump. Hell yeah, Timmy Cook. Look, you probably had fun. It doesn't matter if they were horrible YouTube e-cig reviews. All my reviews are terrible, horrible e-cig reviews. Have you watched like anything from 2009 or 2010 that I did? It's terrible. It's terrible. But you know what? It doesn't matter. I was having fun and helping people out. And that's what it's all about. Skull the Sunless, very gracious of you. Did you ever get a check out mods? Friendly Fire Mods. Yes. Friendly Fire Mods. Thanks for all you do. Yo-yo, my dude. Yo-yo to you, Skull. And yes, that was the other mod company I couldn't think of earlier. The Friendly Fire Mods that have that clear acrylic. They have an acrylic door. And they have like green and orange and blue and all these cool color acrylic doors. Friendly Fire Mods. They're pricey, but man, kind of into them. Tim J, very gracious of you. The House can impeach like they did to Clinton. It means nothing. The Senate will not. Waste of tax cash. Michigan for e-juice manufacturer. No, waste of cash. Michigan for e-juice manufacturer get 30 days. No, we got 14 days. We got 2 weeks basically. So it wasn't pretty. I don't like talking about Michigan. Gretchen Whitmer is at the top of my shit list. Like other governors, Governor Inslee, F that guy hard. Also, Massachusetts governor, whose name I can't remember, Murphy, I think, or Murphy's New Jersey. Never knew I'd have to learn all the governors' names, right? Murphy's New Jersey. Gretchen is at the top of my shit list. Gretchen is among the worst because they were first out of the gate, right? They were first out of the gate with this flavor ban. And there's this video. I'll have to try to get it to you guys and show you guys next week. But there's a video of her doing this little press conference outside the front of whatever the Capitol building or whatever legislation building they were in. And all these camera flashes are going off. And she says something like, and inside the e-cigs, they found medical particles. So it's a real health crisis that we're dealing with. Inside the e-cigs, they found medical particles? What? That's insane to me. That's insane to me. And here's what's going on. Tim J, I'm glad you brought this up. Here's what's going on. Let's just go ahead and roll it right now. Here is what's going on in states right now. This is my not even really that tinfoil hat. Look, states have hated vaping for years and years and years. California, New York, those two states in particular have been constantly vilifying, demonizing, cracking down on vapor products. They hate them. They hate them because vapor products take money out of their pockets directly. We affect tobacco taxes. We affect the master settlement agreement. And this is all very well documented. This isn't even tinfoil hat stuff. Master settlement agreement. Look it up. Danielle Jones, she's live right now on her YouTube. She's working on something to reintroduce the MSA to people. I can't wait to see it. The MSA is a very real even thing. I don't know, Milo Vapes. What the hell does that even mean? Medical particles? And nobody questioned her. Nobody said, could you explain that, please? What is a medical particle? What exactly did you find in them? I feel like the consumers and the constituents deserve to know what a medical particle is. And nobody questioned her. Nobody's like, excuse me, Gretchen, can you explain what a medical particle is? Nope. They just took pictures and recorded it and went, yep, vape ban, put it up on the TV. So states have hated vaping for years and years, and they've tried to push bills through and they don't go through. Massachusetts has tried to do flavor bans in the past, but it never gets past the House, never gets voted into law. New York has tried to do it many, many times, and it never goes through. California's tried to do it many, many times, and it hasn't gone through. I remember SB 2041 or something like that. Representative Leno introduced that like 2 years ago, 4 years ago now, and it didn't go through. States have been pushing for flavor bans, and the legislatures don't let them go through. And so what happened is, now that they can pin these lung injuries and deaths on vaping, now that's all that the governor needs to completely bypass the legislature, or at least think they can, like Cuomo did, or like Gavin Newsom in California did. Bypass the legislature and force through their flavor bans that they've been trying to get through for years, that couldn't get through because they wouldn't get voted on. They wouldn't get passed. Years and years they're trying to do this. Now they have a way around it. They can go, oh, it's an emergency. People are getting sick. It's an emergency. Now I can just ban flavors. The THC illnesses, that's just a red herring. They've always wanted to ban flavors, and now they're jumping at the opportunity. And we can't let them. We can't let them. We can't let them. Yes, exactly. Aerosol. Isn't that your favorite term that you see in the media? Aerosol. E-cigarettes exhale. E-cigarette users exhale an aerosol of chemicals. An aerosol. I challenge you to an aerosol comp, bro. You want to see my sweet aerosol tricks? VGod. I even pushed it. That was a nice little aerosol trick right there. Aerosols. And that's what I genuinely think is going on. I think that these governors couldn't get their flavor bans through, and now that people are getting sick from something completely unrelated, now they can go, it's an emergency. Now we can bypass due process. Now we can bypass all these checks and balances. I can use my tyrannical overreach to declare an emergency and just rid my state of flavored vapor products. It's insanity. It's lunacy. It's Looney Tunes. Elizabeth, very gracious of you, Elizabeth. I see you there. Nick, thanks for all the years. Don't forget my big purple matchy dildo vape I just got. What? What, Elizabeth? You're making me blush. You got a big purple matchy dildo vape? All right. Well, I mean, I don't want to sound gross or anything, but enjoy it, I guess. Matt Sinister, regarding your pool story, hey, shit happens, and it's true. Shit does happen. And I'm not making this up. Just today, when I was out skimming way before the pool incident, I had a close call because I like to cut the corners of the pool close. I like stepping over the water. I think that's just neat. It's just a dumb thing that I do. I'll get back to this in 1 second. Jeremy V. GrimmGreen, please shout out Darth Vapor's wife, Jasmine. It's their 4-year wedding anniversary. Excellent. 4-year wedding anniversary. Congratulations, Darth Vapor and your wife, Jasmine. Many, many more happy years to you. Fantastic. I was just thinking in my head today, well, that was like I had a close call. I'm like, oh, that was close. I was like, it's just a matter of time before I fall into this pool. Just a matter of time. Little did I know it would be that same exact day. That same exact day. Will we get M-Turk coilies on the GOAT pre-built RDA? You will have to check with M-Turk about that. I'm not 100% sure. That's something you're gonna have to check with M-Turk on that. Obi-Wan Kenobi, 1800 plus We Vape, We Vote tags in 1 hour. Keep going. Yes. Keep using that hashtag. We Vape, We Vote. Use it. Use it. Sign up for Twitter and just use it. Just get involved. Just tweet things, retweet things, comment on things. Use the hashtag We Vape, We Vote. One thing that we cannot do is let any of this anger go or any of this fire go. We have to stay angry. We have to stay fired up because this is the beginning of a war. And there are going to be battles along the way, and some we're going to lose, and some we're going to win. But this is the beginning of a war. This is the long haul. This is all hands on deck. This is everybody should be doing something. This is all hands on deck, you guys. We're the revolution. Stay angry. Exactly. Stay angry. Think about all the angry shop owners in Michigan that had to close their shops. Think of all the angry vapors in Washington right now that just had an overnight de facto flavor ban hounded down to them from their governor, Governor Inslee. Unreal. That makes me angry. And we need to stay angry. And we need to stay focused. And we need to drive this We Vape, We Vote point home. And not just drive the We Vape, We Vote point home, but prove to them that we vape and we vote. So when voting time comes, we can make the impact that we need to make. That's what we need to do. Thank you, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Facts. Bears eat beets. You know, right? I'm just kidding. That's from The Office. I love The Office. You know I do, Obi-Wan. Nathan, very gracious of you. Grab my last $10 spot on the Patreon. Well, let me be the first to say yo. Welcome to you. Shoot me a DM on Patreon. I'll get you added to the Instagram account, and then we can, I don't know, whatever this is. We can stream and give stuff away. Cosmic Quandary, very gracious of you. Set up an auto retweet for you, Jay Hayes, Suck My Mod, Mike Vapes, and Dash Vapes. Solid. That's a solid way to go. Solid way to go. Josh, very gracious of you. Washington banned flavors yesterday. How can I keep vaping? Internet sales are banned as well, I believe, in Washington. DIY, I mean, I hate that that's the answer to it, but DIY, you can see if there's anybody selling any sort of liquids anywhere. There's probably going to be some black market sales going on. You might be able to get connected with on Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, things like that. There is also DIY. I would head straight over to Liquid Barn and see what you can get. I mean, I don't know how they were going to enforce no online sales. They can't keep track of every package coming into the entire state. You're going to have to be a rebel for a little while. You're going to have to be a criminal for a little while, man. And that sucks. Stay angry. That just filled me with so much rage. This poor guy, Josh, is just wondering, how do I keep vaping? Call the governor and ask him. Mike Fontana, call the governor and ask him. That's what I would do. Just call the governor's office completely and thoroughly and aggressively and relentlessly and ask, I've been cigarette free for X amount of time. You took my vapes away. Should I go buy cigarettes? That's what you should ask. Should I go buy cigarettes? Mike Fontana, very gracious of you. Anywhere I can get a black cap for the Rebel? Good question. I don't know why there's been such this mad run on Rebel stuff, but we haven't made the Rebel in 2 years. And so anything that's out there is just whatever's out there. I don't know where they are, where they ended up. Mike, If anybody else can help him out, I have no clue, no idea. I might have one, but I can't even guarantee you that. Saving my last bottle of Yig to celebrate the end of Prohibition. Yo. There you go. Good job, Scott. Well done. Bradley, very gracious of you. As long as everyone is mentioning their new recoil, I grabbed one last week and can't put it down. I got my DHD sugar plum tip with cookie. Where's everybody getting these recoils? Where's everybody getting these recoils and these recoil rebels? No flavor ban. Here we got Yankler. Very gracious of you. No flavor ban in VA right now. Hoping and praying it never comes. It never happens. Being a doctor, hoping he will look at medical facts before deciding. Yeah, that's what you always hope, right? That's what you want is science-based legislation. But the reality of that happening, man, it's a shame. It's a GD shame. Pizza Beard. What was Dwayne's post on Insta about? Something about a layer cake. Was it a goat deck? No, that's the new Cosmonaut V2. Yeah, they're releasing a Cosmonaut V2. I'm really excited about it. Yeah, that's District 5's Cosmonaut V2. I liked the V1, so we'll see how it goes. Dave Moore, very gracious of you. Yes, I have my strawberry lemonade and my recoil. Piss on Cuomo. Wow. I don't advocate that. I don't advocate acts of violence, but yeah, a guy could get a little piss on him. Who cares? A little piss never hurt anybody. So here's one thing that I really wanted to do tonight, since we're running out of time and I only got a half hour left. I'm going to throw a link down in the description for this incredible article that I want to read the whole thing of right now on the stream, but I can't. I can't because it's too long. So this is going to be in the description, and I'm throwing it in the chat right now, but this is everything. This is the larger fight. This is going above and beyond, and I'm going to read some of it, and I'm going to skip ahead some of it, and we're just going to kind of get into this. But this is basically what I believe that we should be fighting for vaping, and this article is one of the things that like really pushed me, in this direction. Exactly, Tony. A little piss never hurt anybody. Has it though? Never has. American, and this is from Simon Clark. He's a journalist. Simon Clark's a complicated man. You can learn all about him on his About page, but he is a complicated man. And he wrote this article, I'm with Carl. Advocates of the right to vape must join the larger fight. American writer and tobacco risk reduction expert Carl Phillips posted an interesting thread on Twitter this weekend. It concluded with him urging advocates of the right to vape to join what he called the larger fight to, quote, erode the credibility of the myth-creating machine, tobacco control. And I just love that. Erode the credibility of the myth-creating machine. But more on that later. I have long argued that vaping advocates are making a mistake if they focus almost exclusively on the health in support of e-cigarettes. The significantly reduced risk provided by e-cigarettes is a powerful argument in their favor. But the problem, as I have said before, is that it only takes one major health scare, genuine or otherwise, to have politicians and public health officials demanding immediate action to curtail their use. This is exactly what we've seen in the United States, the last month. Oh, there's no other mods here? Are you all? Oh, that's right. All my mods are gone. All right. Who wants to be a mod? Let's see. It has to be someone trustworthy. It has to be someone I know. Okay, I need to assign a mod real quick to help Jeremy V out. Let's do, all right, are you ready for this, Scott Jenkins? Congratulations. You are being turned into a moderator, Scott Jenkins. Thank you, Scott Jenkins, for always being around, for always speaking up, for just being an all-around good dude. You're a moderator now on the GrimmGreen YouTube. Welcome. Welcome to it. I hope that's enough help for you there. Thomas Crow's still here. Okay, we got Thomas Crow still here. We got Jeremy V here. Nobody else here, but we got a new moderator tonight. He's been crowned. He's been crowned. Scott Jenkins, moderator extraordinaire. Enjoy. Let's keep everybody in line. Although I don't know if there's ever really any trouble in this chat. I've never seen a lot of chat, trouble in this chat. The US vape scare is a classic example. It doesn't matter how unjust or plain wrong the case is against legal vaping products, those opposed to them in any form of recreational nicotine have been able to create a general sense of panic around e-cigarettes. And not just in America. India recently announced a ban on the manufacture, sale, and distribution of e-cigarettes. In Ireland, as I mentioned on Saturday, the former Minister of Health has called for a flavor ban on flavored e-cigarettes. The president of the University of Limerick has urged the government to ban vaping across all Irish educational institutions, and a leading heart consultant has called for a complete ban on vaping, saying, are you ready for this quote? It is more dangerous than smoking and booze combined. More dangerous than smoking and booze combined. Leading heart consultant in Ireland said it is more dangerous than smoking and booze combined. That, my friends, is the power of misinformation. Even closer to home, it has been reported that the Scottish government could introduce a ban on advertising for e-cigarettes and vaping products. First Minister Nicola Sturgeon said a consultation on the move would take place in the coming months. So now Scotland, already part of the EU, already part of the TPD, they already have all their regulations in place. There's no underage vaping going on, and smokers are stopping by the thousands every day. But in the coming months, because of what's happening in the United States, now Scotland is going to have, in the coming months, flavor ban. This is happening despite the fact that there is no evidence of harm caused by vaping regulated e-cigarettes or e-liquids. Consider the reaction, therefore, if genuine evidence were to emerge. Imagine, for example, that a study into long-term use of e-cigarettes concluded that there is a risk from vaping, even regulated products. Meanwhile, in the absence of evidence, the safety of e-cigarettes is likely to be left in a permanent state of limbo, because how do you prove that something isn't harmful long-term when it's still a relatively new product? More research is needed, researchers will say, with no hint of self-interest, leaving the issue tantalizingly open to debate. Even if studies find no significant risk, I guarantee there will be plenty of studies whose results are nevertheless spun to suggest a threat far beyond the actual risk. He goes on to talk about secondhand smoking. He goes on to talk about the awful science that did multiple thousands of smoking bans, secondhand smoking bans, based on, you guys, this is something you're going to have to look into because I can't jump into this whole thing right now, but we based a lot of smoking laws on garbage science, junk garbage science. UK vapors are probably a bit complacent because for now, at least, they have Public Health England, Action on Smoking and Health, and other tobacco control bodies advocating for the use of e-cigarettes in preference to smoking. But how long will that last? Let's be clear. The only reason Public Health England, ASH, and etc. all support e-cigarettes is because they have identified vaping as a weapon in the war on smoking. To date, not one tobacco control group or public health body has endorsed e-cigarettes as a recreational product. For them, it's a smoking cessation tool, nothing more. None of these bodies support long-term recreational vaping, yet vaping advocacy groups cite them as if they are friends and allies. And if and when the number of vapers exceeds the number of smokers in the UK, I suspect that Public Health England, ASH, and even the government will adopt a very different attitude towards e-cigarettes. The problem is, if advocates of vaping put all their eggs in the health basket, where do they go if one day it is found out that e-cigarettes are not the solution for smokers that current evidence suggests them to be? If and when that happens, there has to be another reason to defend their use. And this is why I continue to bang the drum for choice. This is a liberty issue. This is a freedom issue. This is an adult choice issue. Adult choice issue. I'm going to read a little bit more, but I need to throw my 2 cents in there. My point is that whatever the health risks, adults must be allowed to smoke, vape, or consume other nicotine products like heated tobacco and snus without excessive regulation. Educate, inform, and update consumers about the risks, but ultimately the choice must be theirs. And this is like he's saying here, this is a drum that I've been banging for the last few weeks as well. All the government should be doing is informing the consumers of the relative risks of everything. All nicotine products, beer, alcohol, cannabis, that's it. With those risks out there, you enforce 21 and over, and you let the adults decide what they want to do. I see no reason why I can't buy birthday cake flavored vodka and also have a birthday cake flavored vape. It's an adult choice for me as an of-age adult, free American citizen to go into a liquor store, to show the clerk my ID, to verify my age, to buy the bottle of birthday cake flavored vodka. That is an adult choice. It should be the same thing for vapes. I can go into a vape shop and I can hand the clerk my card and verify my age and then buy my birthday cake flavored 3 milligram liquid nicotine product. This is a choice, adult choice issue. And I know that there's just so much going on right now that there's just so much misinformation going on right now. They're wrong about so many things that we have to follow up with so many different things. When people say vaping is worse than cigarettes, you kind of have to use the Royal College of Physicians, right? And you say, well, no, actually the science says otherwise, right? That's how you get involved in that argument. But I think the overwhelming umbrella of arguing that we need to be doing is for adult choice, adult access to less harmful vapor products. Things should be regulated and taxed in the United States based on their harm only. Based on their harm only. So the idea of taxing a vapor product as much as deadly combustible tobacco cigarettes is unconscionable. I can't even explain that one away. That one makes no sense to me. All that the government should be doing is educating, informing, and updating the consumers about the relative risks of these products, and then enforcing age restrictions, and then letting adults choose. Adult choice is the most important thing. And like he says, adult choice is going to eclipse health. It's going to eclipse everything else because this is a liberty issue. This is an adult choice issue. The government should not have the power to ban something that's already legal, that adults are already using, that's legal. They shouldn't have the power to ban it. It's all about the power. They should not have that power. And this is something I was telling to Governor Gavin Newsom here in California. This is something I was telling him as well. This is an adult choice issue. This is adult choice. Those checks and balances, when you try to push a flavor ban through, those checks and balances that you go through, those are in place to protect me from you and you using too much power to take away my freedom. This argument should be consistent across all nicotine and tobacco products. Unfortunately, by playing the health card to the max, vaping advocates are boxing themselves into a corner because if one day evidence emerges that e-cigarettes are maybe not as safe as advocates currently say they are, there will be no more room to maneuver. The entire basis on which e-cigarettes have been sold to regulators will be undermined overnight. Overnight. Okay, I'm going to skip ahead here to the end because I want to read this Twitter thread from Carl Phillips. And like I said, I'm going to put this in the chat. I'm going to put this in the description of the video. Read this whole thing. It's too long. On Tuesday, Bro Tuesday, we've kind of started this story time with GrimmGreen where I like to read articles and comment on them. And I don't want to just pull that into the vlog as well. But I thought that this one, this adult choice is just so incredibly important, so incredibly important. So let's just read this. Let's read this Twitter thread from Carl Phillips, which if you're not following Carl Phillips on Twitter, dude, what are you even doing? Follow Carl Phillips on Twitter. Sorry, I'm not trying to be so bossy. I'm trying to prevent no rage sweat. No rage sweat tonight, you guys. Feels good. No rage sweat. But get on Twitter. Follow Carl Phillips. Use the We Vape, We Vote. Exactly, Exuman. That is why I serve this country. For freedom. For liberty. And it's not just liberty and justice for some. It's not just liberty and justice if you don't vape. It's not just liberty and justice for groups of people. It says liberty and justice for all. All deserve liberty. All deserve justice. I'll try to find Carl Phillips here. I'll find his Twitter and I'll put it in here. Carl V. Phillips. This is his Twitter. It is in the description. It is in the chat. That is the Carl Phillips. That is the Carl Phillips. As I said in the beginning, Carl Phillips posted a long thread on Twitter that is well worth reading. However, I can spare you the effort by reproducing his final comments. So this is from Carl Phillips on Twitter, which brings us to the final and most important point here. Which brings us to the final and most important point here. If you are an advocate for the right to vape, please learn some history and join the larger struggle. Don't just fiddle at the surface. Of course, you are most focused on educating and fighting myths about vaping, but the larger fight is eroding the credibility of the myth-creating machine in general. So learn about and speak up about the myths about snus, environmental smoke, the effectiveness of tobacco control measures that all smokers want to quit, etc. And FFS, at least stop perpetuating tobacco control myths yourselves or allowing other ostensible THR advocates to do so with impunity. The tobacco wars will be won or lost in toto. I don't know what that means. Won or lost in toto? I trust it is finally clear that vapors are not going to be granted a deferment. The message, yeah, sure, most of what tobacco controllers say is true, but their stuff about vaping is wrong, is a sure loser. Most of what tobacco controllers say is bullshit, including what they say about vaping. Takes a bit more effort, but it is what has a chance to succeed. It is what has a chance to succeed. Tobacco controllers, most of what tobacco controllers say is bullshit, including what they say about vaping. Remember, we're trying to erode the credibility of the myth-making machine. Yeah. So this is a great post. I love this. I've read it a few times already. I just love my favorite parts, and I want your homework. Your homework is to read this article. Please read this article by Simon Clark. We got to join the larger fight. We can rely on certain things for certain amounts of time, but this has to be an adult choice issue because it is an adult choice issue because as an adult, we get to make that decision of what we want to do. We get to decide, I'm going to buy this car. I'm going to buy this liquor. I'm going to buy a keg of beer. I'm going to buy marijuana. I'm going to buy birthday cake flavored vodka. I'm going to buy bubblegum flavored gin. I'm going to buy strawberry e-liquid. It's an adult choice issue, adult choice issue. Sorry, I'm not trying to be so like fucking gah, but it is. And it just gets me so worked up because it is an adult choice issue. It's an adult choice issue, and I think that's the way that we need to do it. Of course, it's better for us. Of course, it carries a fraction of the risk of tobacco cigarettes. And it's unlikely to ever have any negative health consequences in it. I mean, so on Tuesday, Bro Tuesday, I don't have time to go into it right now because I would like to actually read some favorite comments of the week. But on Tuesday, Bro Tuesday this week, we're going to be talking about nicotine again. Waiting for that nicotine movie to come out. Just waiting, Aaron. Just waiting. In the meantime, we're going to talk about in toto means totally, entirely. Okay. Thank you, Dia Vapes. I didn't know that. Thank you for teaching me that. In the meantime, tomorrow, next week on Tuesday, Bro Tuesday, we're talking about nicotine again because I've been learning a lot about nicotine. A lot about nicotine, and it's honestly shocking. It's honestly shocking how little people know about nicotine. How little people know about nicotine. Not how little people know about nicotine. I'm not talking about a little person. I'm talking about the amount of information that people know about nicotine is a very small, little amount. Just had to clear that up. I don't need people, 10 years from now going back through my YouTube trying to find something. Oh, he made fun of little people. Nah, I didn't. I clarified. Let's see. Where did we leave off? Brother, I did not vote last year due to my limited choices, but I will for the 2020. I feel like those statistics could be much larger if a bunch of us that vape but did not vote do so. Thank you for hammering on for years. Look, it's what I do. I've been hammering on for years because I have no other option. And I've said this before 1,000 fucking times, but since the very beginning, man, 2009, California tried to ban vaping. Thankfully, they didn't, but they tried, man, in 2009 to ban vaping statewide. Luckily, they didn't. And from that moment, I just knew that this was going to be an uphill battle. And we're still fighting this uphill battle. And it's, oh man. My camera's gone. All right, hang on. Video capture device. And then, yeah, there I am. All right. Let's shrink this to the appropriate size. We'll just stick it right in this little box right here. Yeah. All right. See, we're back. We're back with Crap Cam McGarbage Cam, and that's fine. Let's press forward. Let's do another favorite comment of the week. Okay. I'm going to have to reevaluate this situation. Okay. Oh. Yep. There it is. Okay. Bernard, comment of the week here. How big is the problem? In 2016, 2,433 teens in the United States aged 16 to 19 were killed, and 292,742. Did I mention I'm bad at math and dyslexic? There you go. Good Lord. In 2016, 2,433 teens in the United States aged 16 to 19 were killed, and 292,742 were treated in emergency room departments for injuries suffered in motor vehicle crashes. That means that 6 teens aged 16 to 19 died every day due to motor vehicle crashes, and hundreds more were injured. So why not ban driving for underage people or ban driving at all? What about guns and school shootings? Look, nobody's arguing with you. All this stuff is more harmful to people than vaping. In the world of things that can harm you, vaping is at the bottom of the list. It just is. The science says that it is. It's just at the bottom of the list. But even that doesn't matter because you know why? It's an adult choice issue. It's an adult choice to drive a car. You can drive at 16? I know. Is that a 16-year-old choice? Is that an adult choice? Should we ban driving? I mean, you're bringing up a lot of really good points. And I made the analogy last week. It's like a Tesla getting in a crash and then banning Ford trucks. Just doesn't make any sense. And I agree with you. Got another one here. Also, if you're not following Just Peachy over there on Instagram, she's doing an amazing job too. She tweeted this out the other day. We are not big tobacco. We are friends, fathers, mothers, grandparents. We are yesterday's children that grew up surrounded by cigarette addiction and won't stand to see another generation suffer. Call the White House today and oppose the flavor ban while we still can. And you know, that just really struck a chord with me because we don't want to see another generation suffer. And then the politicians, they take the side of, well, we don't want to see another generation addicted to nicotine. And by saying that, they're insinuating that they feel that nicotine addiction is worse than cigarettes. That's lunacy. That is lunacy. We are yesterday's children. We grew up around cigarette addiction, and I don't want to see another generation suffer. I don't want any more emails. I don't want any more emails about, stage 4 lung cancer and COPD, and it just makes you question, like, how important is human life to politicians? Just makes you question that. And that's not something we should ever be questioning from our politicians. We should call Governor Inslee and just ask him, how much is my life worth to you? How much is human life worth to you? Pizza Beard, hey Nick, have you lost weight? Is that a new shirt? You still poop naked? All right. Thanks, Pizza Beard. Appreciate that. Oh my God, why did I pick this one? All right, hang on. I'm going to have to find this the hard way so that I can read it because I picked the dumbest way to screen capture it. Oh, you just want to see tiny text? That's fine. Junkman. I'm sorry, but I have to say this. I'm currently in pharmacy school, and this is a really good comment of the week. That's why I left it in here. I'm sorry I have to say this. I'm currently in pharmacy school, and today we learned the touchy subject of tobacco cessation. In my textbook, they even referenced the New England Journal of Medicine article on vaping, and yet they still have the audacity to say, well, we should still avoid vaping because of the harmful chemical exposures. Shake my head. Then the teacher was saying how the vaping epidemic was causing kids a gateway to cigarette smoking. Bro, how long are these eggheads going to keep standing by this nonsense, even in the professional programs? Sorry, rant over. It just really got my feathers ruffled up today. No shit. That's lunacy. That is Looney Tunes. That is Looney Tunes. You can tell every person that says that the vaping epidemic is going to be a gateway to cigarette smoking that they're full of shit. Just say, you're just full of shit. If that were true, we would see cigarette smokers right now. But instead, we have the lowest smoking rates in the nation and the lowest youth smoking rates in recorded history. It can't be a gateway, because if it was, we'd see smokers. Thank you so much for sharing. Last favorite comment of the week here from Fritz the Cat. And this one is just especially impactful in my opinion. And I'm putting it out there regardless of the stigma attached to it and regardless of what people think about youth vaping. Fritz the Cat commented and said, Grimm, I'm 21. I have been watching you since at least the green silver bullet video. Do the math. I was a smoker. I had been for 2 years at that point. Again, do the math. It makes me sad. I don't know why he ended it with that It makes me sad. So let's see. I did the green silver bullet video in 2012. Well, let's do the math. That means that Fritz the Cat started smoking at 12 years old, started vaping at 14 years old, and has been smoke-free ever since. How does that play into youth vaping? Of course we don't want youths vaping, but what about youths that are already smoking combustible tobacco cigarettes? Is there any wiggle room there? And this is something I have always said. I've always said I don't see the point in forcing an already underage smoker to continue smoking until they're old enough to buy a vape. Thank you, Fritz the Cat. Thank you, Fritz the Cat. And congratulations on getting away from combustible tobacco cigarettes, even though everybody else would tell you that you did it wrong. You didn't. You didn't do it wrong. Let's go ahead and end. Oh, that's right. My camera's dead. Bye. Okay, here we are. We're back with Crap Cam McGarbage Cam. This is how we're going to end the vlog tonight. So, here's what we're going to do. Has the damage been done? No. The damage hasn't been done, but some damage has been done. And I said this before, and I'll say it again here at the end. As long as we're here, as long as we have this army of vapors here, as long as there are 13 million of us nationwide, as long as people are still angry and getting on YouTube and talking about it and getting on Twitter and talking about it and getting on social media and talking about it and calling the White House and calling your governors and calling your representatives, and if we keep making a stink, and I can't think of any other way to say it than making a stink, but if we keep making a stink, we cannot be ignored forever. They can't run from the science forever, and we cannot be ignored forever. This is an adult choice issue. I'm 42 years old. I don't need a full-time government babysitter telling me which flavors I can use. I can make that decision. Thank you, Cuomo. Thank you, Governor Lindsley. Whatever. Gretchen Whitmer. Thank you. With all due respect, I've been making my own decisions for quite a long time now, and I think I have the ability to decide what I would like to vape. This is an adult choice issue. And if we stay angry and if we stay fired up, no, the damage has not been done. The damage will not be done. We're going to take our licks, and it's going to be ugly, and it's going to get worse before it gets better, but it is going to get better. Don't forget to hit that like button, you guys, if you're here. And don't forget, hashtag we vape and we vote. And that's something that we really need to follow up on. We all need to vote. Vote, 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 vote. We all need to vote. So let me just take one quick look right here and make sure I didn't forget anything so we can go ahead and wrap this up. Dude, looking good. Matching carpet. I got my new box cutter. Hopefully I don't lose it. I'm going to keep it in this desk. It's not leaving the desk. Let me do the very, very last of these super chats. If you guys want to curtail your super chats there, so we can end this. Average Adam, actually awesome. Very gracious of you. Yo-yoy, just because you're you. Well, I mean, thank you. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Yankler, make America vape again. Yeah, exactly. We should change the hashtag to not make America vape again. It should be let adults vape. Period. Let adults vape. Our voice matters. Tim J. Full of shit. I can't wait to talk to my anti-vaping heart doctor. He will be fired. We need to be strong. Yeah. If he tells you, I am serious, if he tells you that vaping leads to cigarette smoking, you can just tell him he's full of shit. You can just ask him, have you looked at any smoking data in the last few years? Like any of it, because it all says the same thing. It all says we have record low smoking rates in the United States right now, and we have record low youth smoking rates in the United States right now. Anyway, it's adult choice, it's adult choice, and it's adult choice. Don't forget that we vape, we vote, and we are the mother trucking revolution, you guys. Thank you guys so much for coming out. I'm probably going to clean up, probably going to go watch some That's What She Said. They've been at it all day. They've been going for over 6 hours now, and that is impressive. They're a little over halfway done. And don't forget, if people tell you that smoking or that vaping leads to smoking cigarettes, what are you supposed to tell them? That's right. You're full of shit. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, no matter what any crooked politician tells you, you grab your vape and you say, Let's keep on vaping.
Actually, that's not what you say. I'm going to redo that.
That was a dumb way to end the vlog. Any crooked politician tells you to stop vaping, you grab your mod and you say, no. That's all. No. I will not stop vaping. Freedom of choice. All right, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, that's right. Let's keep on vaping.